Hi everyone, welcome to my channel, Lilibet Day channel. Hello everybody in the world today. So today is February 11, 2024, 8 a.m. local time, and that would be Saturday, 7 p.m. Central Time. So how is everybody in the world today or tonight in your time? So yesterday, Filipinos celebrated Lunar New Year. So actually, Chinese in Korean they spend Lunar New Year, not Filipino New Year or Western New Year that we celebrated New Year on the first month of the year or on the 12 midnight. Hey Sam, thank you for coming, Sam. Yeah, I was wearing gloves yesterday because I was preparing food, so I have to wear gloves. So don't forget, guys, to give me a thumbs up, okay, and share my video to everyone. I really appreciate that. So I have to walk early in the morning, so I just get up about 6 o'clock. My God, because every week, last year, our farmers market schedule that would be Monday, okay, 6 a.m. until 12 noon. But they changed the schedule. Instead of Monday, they moved to Sunday. So I have to get up and buy stuff because I can save a lot of money going to the farmers market than the supermarket. So there's a certain foods that I need to stock, okay? Because sometimes if not their season, it's quite expensive. Okay, so I have to buy plenty of vegetable, and I will blanch that in store on my freezer. So I can save a lot of money for that, because here's the thing, guys, here in the Philippines, that once the vegetable is not their season, it's quite expensive, especially the price in the supermarket located at the mall. Okay, so I have three places, and I noticed that if I'm gonna base on the price on the wet market and the supermarket, wet market is less, but the farmers market is way more less. Okay, so that I have to get up, and because they changed the area that they sold everything, so they move, because before it's near on my place, so just a few meters away from my place. Okay, but they moved to the, because before they just go there on the tennis court. Now they moved to basketball court, because we have two types of court: tennis court and basketball court. So I have to, how many buildings that? Well, one, two, three buildings. Okay, so it's okay. Just it's exercise early in the morning. So uh, today is the bear is the it's the love month. Okay, so our subject for today is Valentine's edition, and Filipino slang to have a nosebleed. So I will gonna explain that the slang for nosebleed, not it's not the thing that you have a nose bleeding. Okay, it's a it's a slang words. All right, so the weather here, it's very quiet, and I can see that Mr. Sunny came out early in the morning. So it's just like, this is a good thing that, if you're really enthusiasm of doing exercise, so this is the perfect time or to do exercise, because you're really gonna sweat a lot. But if you're gonna sweat a lot, you have to drink plenty of water, or any type of liquid that you replace, the sweat that you make. Hi, Shy Star. Thank you for coming. So it's gonna be well uh I'm gonna, because this is I'm gonna discuss this about, about love month, because here's the thing that a lot of people, February month is just only for, for those had partner to be happy on this month. No, I'm gonna discuss that later. Okay, so you don't have to be, looking for a partner just to be happy. Okay, you can still be happy without, without partner in so many ways. Okay, so many ways. And for those who wants to join with me, feel free. Okay, so I just okay, let me pin the link. So for those who wants to join with me, feel free to join. All right, and don't hesitate to ask question from me. Okay, I would love to hear that, and I would love to answer that according to my knowledge. So now is okay, let's go back, the weather here is just, well, the summer season is, I can tell that, they're gonna announce early, because they said that month of February there's still typhoon, but I doubt it, because um, it's so hot here in the Philippines. And I saw, I saw some people that one of the uh, channel that I watch, they said that, the I can see that, the snow was so thick, and then, they when they talk, there's a smoke coming out in their mouth. So and I comment about that video, and then I comment that, oh, here in the Philippines it's so hot, it's so warm, so we need to on our air condition 24/7, so that you feel cold. Because here's the thing, guys, once you feel hot or what, your brain is not really, it's not really a function well, because you're just irritated, you feel hot, you sweat. Okay, but this is what I notice. If you feel, if you feel cool, everything is cool. Okay, so that's what I, that's what I uh notice. And now that, oh my God, here in the Philippines, okay, so how many days to go before Valentine's Day is 1, 2, 3. Okay, 3 days. Three, 4 days and 3 nights. You can tell, guys, that the cost of flour here, it's double the price or triple the price. Okay, so for those, for those boyfriend, or for those, because it not only, not only women can able to receive, gift. Of course women can give also presents to their loved ones. Okay, especially for their boyfriend. Okay, so we need to take uh uh like give and take. Okay, because a lot of people think that it's only for it's only for women, but no, it's just like also men deserve also deserve also presents. All right. So hi Puts, good morning. So that's that's a good thing that uh flowers, okay, so it reminds me of Bob. Okay, so instead giving a bouquet of flower, you give your especially if your wife or girlfriend loves house plant, you can give her plants for that, because if she really enthusiasm of dealing with plants, the plants will grow more than the flower just just a week. Well, it's just like the value, but be practical now, because like I said, here in the Philippines, the cost of flour will triple the price, because here's the mentality of business people here in the Philippines. If there's occasion, okay, they don't really put the price in regular price. They uh overpricing. Okay, so like I said, it not double, or they might do triple. Okay, so for those couple, be practical. Okay, so instead of flour, you can give her, or you can give him like sacks of rice, a grocery item. Yeah, because if okay, if you give that to her, of course, and especially if she loves to cook, and she will cook that and share with you guys. So that's very, for me, that's very sweet. Not the chocolates, not the flowers. Well, it's just like, well, it's common that husband gave flower and chocolates, but be practical, that because all over the world is affected of inflation. So be practical. Yeah, because here's the thing, Puts. Okay, you spend a lot of like, okay, like I said, that the price of flowers is double or triple. Okay, so it depends, if the good look, if it's a good flowers, okay, the price is it's high also. So it depends what type of flowers that you're gonna give to your girlfriend, or to your wife. But like I said, if you gave her a grocery items, and she loves to cook, and you can and she can cook that, and she can share with you, and you're both happy, and at the same time her family or his family. So like I said, that not only for women that can able to receive presents, and also men deserve. So I'm thinking, what I gonna give, well, I always give my love to Frank. I always cook food that he loves. So that's one thing that I always give to him, no matter what, if there's no occasion, or there is occasion. So I always give him, my love, good food. Okay. Plans are great idea. Yeah, because if if this woman likes, like flowers, or plants, she can um multiply that. It's just like, it's just like in the Bible, God said that for women, go on and multiply, just like the flowers. If she's really enthusiasm, to take care of the flowers or plants, she can make the flowers multiply. Okay. So let's go to our discussion. Valentine's editions in Filipino slangs. Okay, to have a nosebleed. So feel free to ask question or share your question to me. Okay, because I really want to um, share also my uh, comment or my thoughts about that. Okay, so in Filipino slang words, okay, that's nosebleed. Okay, so for those not really not really aware of, if you heard somebody that oh my god, especially when they when they talk with foreign people, they had a nosebleed. Okay, so here's the definition of the nosebleed is to serious difficulty conversation in English with or fluent native English speakers. So it's just like for those Filipino that we all know that Filipino are good in are good in English, but some people, they don't really have the thing that to communicate verbal. Okay, verbal. Okay, so some people, they're very good, they're very good in writing. Okay, they're very good to construct a perfect grammar, but when it comes to dealing or communicate people, especially foreigner, with verbal communication, they had a hard time. But don't think that they don't understand that. They can understand, but it's just like they had a nosebleed, they have the difficulty to communicate. But they understand. Okay, they understand because it happens to me that when I'm talking to Frank, I have a difficulty to communicate on him verbal. Okay, so it happens that when we get married, that's the time that my verbal communication starts to develop. And now I can able to talk with you guys, even though even though my English is not as good as some other people speaking. Okay, so it's just like my verbal communication um starts to improve because of that thing. And in other country here in Southeast Asia, like if you go to Japan, unlike if you're gonna stay in the capital city in Tokyo, some there's a mixed people there. Okay, mixed people, and more into more into English thing, because uh there's a English teacher that there's a school for English. Okay, that if you have money, you can able to enroll to learn English. But in there's certain area in Japan that a lot of Japanese people, they don't speak American English or English. So their language, they prefer to use that. So if you go on the countryside, it's hard to deal with them, because they cannot, they don't speak, American English or, English. So the only thing that, if you're good in sign language, okay, I think some of, some they will, they will understand you, but it's, it's hard because it happens to me that my boss before is a Korean. Okay, in Korea, some they can speak English well, but some they don't really want to speak because it's just like if especially if they're living in in the countryside. So one thing that when I talk to my boss, if you speak, if you speak American, American English, if you you know, correct grammar, they don't understand. They don't understand. And once once you talk to them, a broken English, they understand. So I don't really want, I don't really want to talk because my tongue will gonna be used of that broken English. Okay, so it's just like my boss told me that, oh, why don't you, why don't you learn Korean? And then I told him, maybe in the future, but I don't want to, to offend my boss for that. But in my thought process is I prepared to learn American or British, English language because um, American English or English language is universal. Okay, universal. So I can, I can understand some Korean, okay, and I can speak a little Korean because I learned that from, my boss. But I'm not really enthusiasm, to learn that. I can also, some Japanese words I understand also, and a little Chinese words, basic, very basic Chinese. So if I'm very serious, yeah, maybe I learn. But the language that I really want, to learn is, I'm very enthusiasm to learn that is Spanish and Italian. Because why I love to, learn that because Filipino, Tagalog, Tagalog language is a lot of Tagalog words you can we use some words came from Spanish words, okay, so it's not really hard for me to pronounce. The only problem is the accent, okay, the accent. And Italian in Spanish is just like similarity because like amor, that's in Spanish, but in Italian is amore. So it's just like there's some words that you can add in Italian, some vowels, and some words that you don't have to add. So it's kind of very interesting for me. So one day maybe I learn because hi, bye, Belly. Thank you for coming. And that's one thing that I learned from because my grandparents, okay, my grandparents, they, that time because we colonized by Spanish. So they learn a lot of Spanish from the Spanish um that time, okay. So I can learn also and some Spanish words that I can remember. And like I said that I'm very proud, I'm very proud to myself that I can count, and I can count 100 1 to 1,000. Spanish. Okay, I'm very good at that. So uh, I got that because my grandparents, they always speak, once, once they speak they speak, a little Spanish. And even though, my father, and then we always correct him because, every time that, he made a list, and go to the store, and then, the labada is, the bar soap. Okay, so in Spanish, they call this is lavada, so V as in victory. But we use that, instead of V as a victory, people use that as a boy, because that's Tagalog word. Okay, labada, that means that, bars of, in Spanish, lavada. So we just correct him. And then, he said that, uh don't change that, because that's we learn. Okay, so that's very interesting, that I really want to learn Spanish, because in America, in United States of America, majority of people, okay, every state, they speak, they speak Spanish. And some, like I said, Italian and Spanish are very similar. Okay, so I love, I love to learn that. But it's just like, like it reminds me that, in, we pronounce, the words, federacion, federation in English, but in Spanish is federación. So it's just like I really want to learn, I really want to learn, the how, how my tongue, move to pronounce that words, because, for me it's very, very, very interesting. So that's one thing that, here in the Philippines, that, Western people coming here in the Philippines, you don't really have a hard time, to communicate my people, because we learn, they can communicate with you guys basic English. Okay, because this is one thing that, I'm proud of, because in school we learn two language, Tagalog in English. It doesn't matter if that's American English or British English. British, yeah, people call British, English, because that's originate in England. So that's usually American English, because before we uh had our independence, American, we colonized by American. Okay. All good, Billy. Okay. So, Frank, I never nosebleed when counting money. Oh, yeah. That's good. That's good. You don't have to, it's just like, if you're going to count money, your finger getting numbing, okay, because of counting money. All right. So that's one thing that, when I watch, is this like, I remembered 5 years ago, me and Frank went to a motorcycle dealership. Okay, and I hear that, there's a Spanish man that, talking about, talking on the phone, and then, he's talking about, the problem, the problem of his bike. And then I told Frank that, oh Frank, don't get that bike, because I heard one of the customer that, there's something problem about that bike. Okay, so don't get that, because I heard he comment about that. And then he said, how did you know? And then he said, he speaks Spanish. And then he said, you understand Spanish? Yeah, some of I understand. So that's one thing that, guys, um my advice is, don't stick on your language, as long as you can learn any language, because it's advantage for a person. Okay, for a person that, you learn different languages. Okay, fingers numb counting money, that's a good problem to have. Oh yeah. Yeah. So that's one thing that, very interesting. Okay, so it doesn't matter if that's okay, if that's what do you call that, because here in the Philippines, uh my mother tongue, we consider that as dialect, but for me it's just like, it's a language. Okay, it's another language, but we Filipino, we don't really consider that it's another language. So we consider that as a dialect. The only language that we what do you call that, recognize is Tagalog. Okay, that's Tagalog language. But for me, it's just like, like my mother tongue. It's just like, if you speak Bisaya, it's another language, right? It's not a dialect. But different people, different interpretation for that. And I know Puts learn a lot of Bisaya, learn a lot of Bisaya. Am I right or wrong? So that's very, very advantage, for those Western people coming here in the Philippines. Even though if you're going to, for, in the countryside, don't don't feel scared, don't feel, especially if you lose on the on the countryside, don't scared to ask people, don't scared to ask my people, because they will help you. Okay, they will help you. And we all know that, Filipino people are very friendly to, to other, other race. Okay, don't okay, is this one thing that I want to share with, with Western people. Okay, Filipino people are easy people, very friendly, very hospitable, but don't show to us that you have attitude, or don't show to us that you are superior. Don't show to us that you know better than us, because you won't like to come here in the Philippines if you're gonna show the things that I mentioned. You won't, because one thing that the Filipino hate is that the thing that I mentioned, guys. Okay, so as long as you're cool, oh my God, Filipino are very friendly. They're, Filipino, they're the one who gonna uh, offer something for you, even though you're not very familiar about the food or the drinks. They're very kind, to offer something that, it's just like, part of hospitality of Filipino. Okay, so that's one thing that, oh, I think I don't, I'm not really well worry about, those people, those Western people coming here in the Philippines, because they know how people treated them. Okay, and then they can really, they can really adjust. But sometimes, excuse me, but some of people, it's just like they still bring the things that they're doing in their country, like, and bring it here in, in the Philippines. Like I said, don't bring it BS here in the Philippines. Okay, don't bring. So just leave it, where you stay, just leave it there. And once you go to the other country, it's not, it's not the way you are in your country. So people, if you go to the other country, people will not adjust you. Okay, so you're the one who adjusts the people. It's just like me. If I go to the United States, I don't want to bring some things that I do here in the Philippines. Okay. So I just observe and adjust people there. But I don't do BS there, because if you're gonna do BS there, okay, that's a problem. That's a big problem in you. Okay, let me read. Yeah. Especially to keep up what people are talking about. Yeah. It's funny when people are speaking a language and they assume you can't understand. But afterwards, you join the conversation and everybody, hala, you understand Bisaya, confused face. Yeah. Yeah, that's why uh especially on the thing that if there's, if there's a hi DTS, thank you for coming DTS, especially puts if there's, if you're meeting the family, because not all the family of the, of the person that you with is more onto you, so they have to observe you first. Okay, and they will speak their language. Okay, they will speak their language, to tell, to tell the relatives of the person that you with, that, oh, sometimes, they do gossip, that, good side and bad side, and they will tell, oh, I don't like the way that, the way that he talked to us. But they're not talking in English or in your, yeah, English, but they talk in their dialect. But that's one thing that I mentioned a while ago, that it's good, to learn other language, because especially for those first time you met, there's there's comment about your personality, how you deal with, and you will know that whose person you gonna want to deal with or not. But without knowing them, that you understand what they're talking about. So that's the one thing that, it makes you think that, oh, this person I can rely on, and this person I have to, I have to stay away this person. Okay, whether, good comment or bad comment. So that's advantage also to learn other language, to learn other dialects. For me, that's my opinion. I don't know, guys, what is your opinion about that? But that's, that's the thing, because, especially, especially for Filipino people, dealing with, dealing uh, with Filipino partner. Okay, some, they're very, they're very curious. They're very curious to know about this person. I mean, for Western men, uh, how, you know, is this person can eat something? There's so many, curiosity that they want to know about this person, but they're not really talking to you. Okay, they just talking, example me. They're gonna talk to me, but they don't really talk, to Frank. Okay, because they can relate on me, so it's just like I'm the voice of Frank when it comes to language. Okay, so there's a lot of, curiosity they want to know. Okay, it's just like it happens that, my it's been a long time that me and my sister, we did not see each other. Okay, it's just like happened that, I went to the bank, and also my brother-in-law, last year, he was processing his retirement, because he's one of the PNP, or Philippine National Police officer. And then it suddenly, my big sister coming there in the bank, to do something about, the husband's thing. And I didn't notice her. Okay, because I was standing, and then, it suddenly, oh, that's my big sister. And then it's so funny because they never met, Frank, because, I don't know where they stay here. I know she's somewhere in Taguig, but I don't know uh what barangay, or area. And then my brother-in-law, very curious, very curious to know about Frank. And then my big sister, she's not, because she's a bit, hesitate to ask Frank, because we're very aware of that, because we don't want, especially foreign people, that we don't really want, to offend them. So my big sister asked, okay, because my brother-in-law asked her that, how is he look, how is the skin, is that he's totally dark, how tall he is, so many questions. So it makes me laugh, and then I told, Frank told me that what you're talking about. And then, because we're talking our, we're not talking Tagalog. Okay, we're talking our my mother tongue. And then I told Frank, oh, my brother-in-law really curious about how do you look, or what. And then I told my big sister, no, Frank is just like, my tatay, tatay, that's my father. So we called our, in my dialect, father, tatay. It's just like that. It's just like Filipino. The only thing that, it's different is once Frank's mouth is open. So that's it makes me laugh about that. So it makes me laugh. Hi, Doug McNally. Hola, Lily and Frank. Hey, Poots. Yaudu. I don't know your speak. Sayang ko. Sayang ko. My English limited. Oh yeah, DT is are you Kenyan, right? Kenyan. Okay, Bayou Valley, it's a great advantage. It's hard for me because my fiance speaks four language, and she has people constantly speaking to her in each language. I can speak Spanish, but I freeze. It is too fast. Okay, Frank Tate. Yes, I ran into some Germans in Hong Kong talking about dragon boat races. When I was them in German, when are the races? Are they going to be in it? They were shocked and all wanted to shake hands. Yeah, because it's just like you can tell. Okay, because here's the thing, guys, that even though me, if I go, if I go like I can speak a little Ilocano. Okay, I can speak a little Ilocano, basic Ilocano. So that's in North Luzon. Their dialect, their mother tongue, some from like Pampanga, Tarlac. In Pampanga, Kapampangan, yeah, Mikini. So Kapampangan, not in Pampanga, Pangasinan, I mean. So they're more in Ilocano because I have, a brother-in-law that, he's Ilocano. So I learned a little Ilocano. So once you speak their dialect, it's just like they feel that, it's easy for them, to communicate with you. So that's, one thing that they really, people, it's easy to be friend if they know their language, if they know their dialect. That's what I notice. That's what I notice, guys. Okay. So that's the one thing that for those, Western people dealing with your partners, relatives, don't feel offended because that it's common. That's common, unless that, anyway, guys, me, especially, if I don't know the language, I can tell if they're talking bad or they're talking good to me, because you can tell. It's just like, the last week that, about body language. Okay, body language. You can tell that if they talking to you badly or if they're talking to you good. You can tell on the body language, because the body language is not only for, for the, for couples. Okay, it's also, it's that's part of communication, non-verbal communication, the body language. Okay, so if you're very aware of that situation, you can deal. Okay, you can deal, but it's better also to learn some language. Okay, so guys, if you really want, like, if you want to learn Tagalog, talk with the kids. You will learn from kids. Wolverine vlog. Hello. Angking, ingay ito. Ano, anong ingay ito? That's what you mean? Oh, by the way, guys, I would like to invite everyone, for those who wants to join on my membership join button. Feel free, okay, because that's a big help also for my channel. And for those who wants to send donation to my, if you want to send donation to my super chat or my super sticker, and also you can send to my PayPal, so that YouTube will not get caught. Okay, you will not get cut. So if you want, I will appreciate that from you guys if you want to send donation for those, thing that I mentioned. Okay, hold on, Wolverine blog. Okay, please share my video to others, guys. I will appreciate that. All right, there you go. And it's a love month. Okay, love month. Open your hearts, share your blessing to others. Okay, and okay, Doug McNally. In New Mexico, three primary language: English, Spanish, and native Navajo. I never have cared if others are speaking in different language around me. So until I learn some Visayan, and I won't worry. All right. Show the love. Show the love. Okay. So we're done about Valentine's edition. Okay, Doug McNally, if they talk about me, I don't care. Well, it's just like it depends, Doug McNally. If they're talking bad to you have to care because it might bring you to the danger. All right? So what if somebody, planning, to do something bad to you? So you have to you have to aware of that. So, okay, so any question, guys? The professional, my God, nomad, nomad podcast. Hello, how are you? Hi, thank you for coming. Thank you for coming, guys. For those ones, for those, yeah, it's just like, speaking of trust, puts, okay. It's a kind of a hard thing, because you have to know the person first. You know the person first before you trust. Because if you don't know the person, you don't have to trust. Okay. Slap that like button, kick that like button, or or spit that like button. Thank you, Puts. I appreciate that. So the trust, yeah, it's kind of it's a kind of hard to find in a person. Okay, that's why, like I always mention this in other live streaming that I've done. uh, you have to invest trust first. Okay, invest trust, not the trust brand. I don't know, for those, that's a joke, guys. Okay, that's a joke. The trust brand. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, so let's go to Valentine's editions. Okay, so this is, I have one of the, this is really, it really it really goes in my heart. Okay, this is one of my favorite. Well, he deceased. One of my favorite actor, Denzel Washington. Okay, so I don't know, guys, if you really agree with this. What Denzel Washington talk is when it comes to relationship. Well, sorry guys, I have to belch for a while. Okay, I'm done. I have to be controlled first. I don't want to be mean on on my shoe. That's that's belts like okay. So this is it's this is all about relationship. Okay, so I don't know guys, just just let me know guys if you agree what what Denzel Washington said. Okay, and then what is your what is your opinion, what is your point about why he say that, why he say this. Okay, so he said a mother is a son's first true love. All right? A son, especially that first son, is the mother last true love. How is true is that? Because a lot of you, I know that there's a lot of there's a lot of men on my live chat now. So how can you how can you express, how can you uh what is your opinion about what Denzel Washington, because that's what he said when it comes to his mother. So are you the one that also what what Denzel Washington said, that a mother is a son's first true love, a son, especially that first son, is the mother last true love. So what do you think about that? So Frank, what is your what is your opinion about that? I feel I feel I feel sad when I hear the news that he died, because one of my favorite one of my favorite black actor, Denzel Washington. Oh yeah, that's true for you. Yeah, I agree also that I agree also that Boots. Yeah. Okay. Boots on Boots, I'm gonna read your comment. A mother is a son's first true love. That's true for me. And Frank Tate, a mother is a boy's first love. Yeah. Yeah, it's just like, it's just like a lot, a lot of, okay, a lot of women, they just, they just really, if they're looking for, if they're looking for a man, they will tell that I want my, I want my boyfriend just like my dad. So the first, it's just like, it's just like for, for a son, their true love is their mother, and for the daughter, our true love is, is our dad. Because a lot, you can, you can tell guys that, especially that, the daughter are very close to their father, they will tell, oh, one day if I want to have a boyfriend, I want my boyfriend, I want my boyfriend just like my dad. Yeah. You like, you like also Denzel Washington Boots? And I forgot also, I forgot also, the guy that, who portrayed the Black Panther, that, I forgot, because, his name, it's kind of a hard, to pronounce. I don't know if you know the Black Panther. Uh, Frank knows that, his name is just, it's hard to pronounce because it's just African name. I like him also. It's just like what he said, that without, without Denzel Washington, there's no Black Panther. Ah, I forgot his name, but I can recognize his face on my, on my brain. A boy will push his father away from his mother. Okay. So, and then I have, this is, very, for those in a relationship, for those couples, and for those who wants to have a relationship, I have a good advice. Good advice that it really work. It really work. Oh yeah, I love Denzel Washington acting skills. The man in the is the top pick for movie I like. Oh, especially puts, speaking of Denzel Washington, especially the Equalizer. My God, I'm crazy about the Equalizer. You know, and Frank knows that, he's my favorite. He doesn't care, he doesn't care, to to rent $20 just to watch, the Equalizer 1 and 2. Equalizer 1 and 2 or 3. He don't really mind, he don't really mind the $20 for rent. Oh my God, I really enjoyed Denzel Washington watching that. Hi, Jane, Jane, the ultimate Filipina. How are you today? So I have so many praises that I got from, other people, that it really it makes sense. Okay, it makes sense that people can really, people can do that, and people can apply that on their life. Okay. So the thing that I really want, I really want to advise, for those, how make the relationship last longer for a couple, or, for those, for those ones, to find, a boyfriend or girlfriend. Okay. But this is really, very uh tested and proven. I Chadwick, yeah. Oh, I love that, Chadwick, Aaron, what? Bozeman. Oh yeah, I love, Wakanda forever. Wakanda forever. Yeah. He's very good. And he's very smart and well educated, you know. And he's the one who says that without, Denzel, without, without, the guide, without, the support of Denzel Washington, there's no Black Panther. Okay. Okay, for those, for those, if you want, if you want the relationship for last, okay, men and women, okay, men and women, okay, give your, give your partner his favorite drinks. Your partner give he or she's his favorite drinks, not including, including, alcohol, his favorite drinks. Make for, him or her good food, and no stress. Okay, no stress. So, and good husband or good wife. So I know it's kind of be hard, to find a good husband and good wife, but you have to know the person first, so that you can consider the person is your future good husband or your good future wife. Okay, so that's the thing. Prepare he or she's favorite drinks, make a good food for him or for her, avoid stress, and get a good wife and good husband. Don't okay don't go to bed without settling arguments. That's the best thing, because a lot of people, especially couples, boyfriend and girlfriend, even though they have cohabitate, once the person is angry, some, especially Filipina, okay, some Filipina, I'm not saying all, but some of, they just go on the bed and sleep, and without talking about what's wrong, what's wrong, we need to fix something, why you say that, why you made me upset, why I make you upset on that. They never talk about that. Okay, so my advice is, don't go to bed. It doesn't matter, if the person will tell you leave me alone, okay, just leave him alone, but it doesn't mean that you don't have to talk. Okay, so you can wait, because once you're patient to do that, it tells that you don't really want to fight on him or her. Okay, yeah, that's the tampo thing, that's very, it brings it's bring ignition to a relationship that will not last. Okay, so my advice is, don't go to bed without settling the arguments, you know. And that's what we do, me and Frank. If sometimes he needs to be alone, I just leave him alone. I don't really exist. I want to talk to you. I want to talk. Open the door, knocking the door. No, I'm not. I give his freedom just to calm down, and then a few hours or a few minutes, he's cool, and I will tell him, are you okay? Are you ready to talk to me or what? And then we discuss. And if I need to say sorry to him, I say sorry. If he needs to say sorry to me, he said sorry to me. But sometimes, uh, I'm not really the type of person that, even though that, it's my mistake, it's just like, he's the one to say sorry. No, I just tell him that, oh, you don't have to say sorry, because it's not your fault. It's my fault. So you don't have to say sorry just to please me, because I understand what I'm doing. So you don't have to. It's my fault. I have you have the right to hear my sorry. Okay, because some men, they just say sorry to their partner just to stop. No, that's why some women are very they became you know they got a big head, because they know that no matter what they're doing, no matter what they saying, at the end of the conversation, no matter what, disagree or agree, and she knows that you always give way to her. No, it's not really, it's not right. So you have to tell her, so that she learn that you made a mistake. You accept the facts that you made a mistake. Everyone commit mistake. But yeah, that's that's thing that okay, I just uh I say sorry, but deep in my heart it's not really, but in a few, in a few minutes I'm good with that. But Frank doesn't want me, because he doesn't want, when we're okay. So are we okay now? And then I told him, yeah, we're okay. But he doesn't want, but my face is looks serious, okay? Because it's just like, there's a doubt about that, okay? So if he say, can you give me a, can you give me a smile? And then I just smile that, it's just like pretend smile, but he can tell. So what he did is, you know, once he touched my neck, oh my God, and my foot, oh my God, I can't, no matter what, is no matter what I hold, I don't want to smile, I don't want to laugh, but I can't stand about that, once he touched my neck, my goodness, I can really, I told him, stop, stop, stop. So I just gonna tell, I gonna pee here in the bed if you're gonna keep, if you're gonna keep that touching my neck, or tickling my foot. So that's the time that once he saw me that I'm smiling, so everything is okay, okay. So we don't really want the disagreement that will not fix before we go to bed. So that's one thing, guys, for those start a relationship with a person, you have, don't accept the fact that he or she always give way, to say sorry. No, it's not fair. If your husband is make a mistake, you have to explain. There's nothing wrong with that, there's nothing wrong with that, because as a couple, like I mentioned some other show that I made, is like you have also accept the bad side of your partner, not only the good side, but the bad side of your partner, because that's really really makes a person grow when it comes to relationship. So don't always give on her way, because that's the thing that it cause of you know a woman become, they had a big head. Oh my God, I can't, because some I have a personality that, even though that I really want, sometimes I have a pride that, I don't want, I just tell to Frank, okay, we're okay, but Frank will tell me, can you give me a smile, and I just smile. And then he said, no, it's not a smile that I'm want, but I just smile. So he said, and he knows, and he knows when, oh my God, I can't stand, I don't know. Even though it reminds me that, I have a little sister. I have two little sister. And then, we just play. And, the only thing that they can defeated me is just like when they touch my neck or my foot. And then, if they cannot really, oh my God, they lose on the games that we play. And then my mother told them, just touch Lily's neck, that just touch, because, she will release everything. So that's one thing that, oh my God, if so, if rags touch my neck, I can't stand, that's my weakness, my neck and my foot. Oh my God, it's just like, okay. So if somebody will force me to do something, just touch my neck, or just tickle my foot, and oh my god, I'm so weak. I'm so, I'm so, what do you call that? Uh, like, like a vegetable. That's so funny. Taking notes, lol. I'm in this for the rest of my life, so I gotta learn from both of you. Oh yeah, Frank. Okay. Oh yeah, puts. Okay, so next. Okay, so I hope that you have the some of watching on the live. Take note about because guys, what I'm saying, it I apply that, we apply that in our relationship. Okay, we apply that, and well, we don't fight. Okay, but we don't fight, but we inconvenience. Buy Lilibet a scarf with feather. A scarf. Yeah, oh my God, I can stand, I become weak when, when they touch my neck. I don't care, somebody tickling my armpit. Oh, I don't. Tickling my, my side. No, I don't. But, my God, my neck, my foot. Oh my God, please, please. Okay, so they said that, I have some uh, thing here that small minds discuss other people gossip, good minds to discuss events, great minds discuss ideas. So are you agree with that, guys? Small minds discuss other people. Gossip, good minds to discuss events. Great minds discuss ideas. So, yeah, I agree with that. I agree with the great minds discuss ideas. The ultimate gift. Okay, guys. Okay, so for those on the live chat, okay, just send, what, okay, I want to know what is love? What is love for you guys? Because, this is the love month. What is love? Frank, what is love? What is love for you? What is love for you, Poots? Okay. Yeah, because, it's just like small minds discuss other people. That's making marites. So gossip, good minds to discuss events. That's marites also. Great minds discuss ideas. I like that. Love is never having to say that you are sorry. What love got to do? Okay, so what is love? That's hard to explain with words. and easy to explain with actions. It's just like, don't say it, just do it. Agree? Agree, Poots? Love is accepting the imperfection of somebody and still feeling close to the person. So, excuse me. So I have definition of love. Okay, love is not a money or precious things or even a superhero. Let me drink some my juice. My throat starts to. Oh. Okay, so love is I can hear you. Love, I can feel you. Love, I'm here for you. Love is helping hand or to listen. Uh that's my definition of love. What is love? Okay, I will say it again. Love is I hear you. Love is I feel you. Love, I'm here for you. Love is helping hand and I hear to listen. So that's my definition about that. So that's very that's we I always give that to my, of course, my wonderful, my loving Mr. Frank Tate. It's just like what that song, that's the old song, the wonderful words to hear is you know I I I I love you. I feel you. I'm here for you. I'm helping your hand. I here to listen to you. That's one thing. But some people they don't really use that because some I'm here for you, but they don't love you. They feel you, but they don't listen to you, and they're there for you, but they don't help you. It's just kind of uh complicated. So it's just like, well, it I don't know, some because each of us, we have our own interpretation when it comes to love. Love is caring for someone as much as you care about yourself. Okay. Well, you know what, Frank? It's not because you have to care also of yourself. Vice versa, vice versa. So what if the woman don't care you, you just care of her without without caring towards you. You have to look at the big picture for that, because not all women that they will care for you. Yeah, some they do, but some they don't. They just care for you because especially if you have money. But once once you're broke, he don't care for you. So it's good also, to care for yourself. All right. Okay, so here's another question, guys. How will you know if a woman, or if you're a man, a woman, if you're a woman, a man truly love you? Okay, so I'm gonna do the question first for those men on the live chat. Okay, so wave your hand. Wave your hand. Okay, so here's my question. How will you know if the woman truly love you? Um what is your proof that this woman love you, truly love you? So for those ones to answer this question, feel free to share your thoughts, idea for that, because let's celebrate the love month. Let's celebrate the love month, Febrero. Okay. So what about you, Frank? Okay. So I'm gonna answer that my question later. This one is easy. A woman will not share her money with a man that she does not love. Oh yeah? Hmm. Makes sense because yeah, this ah I got distracted. Oh, oh, oh. It's okay. It's okay, but I understand. No problemo, mi amigo. Okay. So here's my opinion about that. Oh, this is the thing that sometimes, okay, right. Here we once sometimes the smartphone is so sensitive. When your hand is pointing, it suddenly changes, the setup. So smart. My goodness. Okay, for me, how will how I will know if the man truly love me? Of course. I don't need to, I don't need to. Frank knows that. But here's the thing, guys, that if a man is truly loves you, they will always want to communicate with you. Agree or disagree? Frank, type 1 if you agree, type 2 if you don't. Because here's the thing that what I'm talking. A man that doesn't want to talk to you every day isn't in love with you. Thumbs up, one if you agree, thumbs up, two if you don't agree. Okay, so just, he truly loves you, yet good go days without communication with you. That is not love. Yes, I understand that sometimes we might want our space, okay? But when a man loves you, he will check in at different hours of the day to make sure you are okay. Because here's the thing, guys, in a relationship, I'm not touching that one. Here's the thing, guys, that, no matter what, because, especially, long distance relationship, okay? Well, how can you, well, that's a common. So I hope you understand that, guys. Long distance relationship, because once the relations, at first, everything is okay, but you can tell that, it suddenly changed because of the status communication status, because, no matter how busy you are, no matter busy the person are, they will have time, to communicate, because that's a part of telling the person that he or she in love with you. It doesn't matter how busy this person, it's just like 3 minutes, or 10 seconds, just, just to communicate this person, that to show that, I'm in love with you, I'm truly love with you. Okay, so that's one thing that, and it shows that to check, are you okay, how's your day, you have a bad day or what. It's just part of, that's one thing that, communication. Don't separate that in a relationship, okay, with your partner. Communication is always there, it's always there, it's always stick on the relation thing. Oh my god, my throat. It really helps, my calamansi and moringa juice. And okay, that make it sure, make it sure that he or she's okay. And one thing that they really want, or to call to hear your voice, and because you were on his mind. So that's very important, that, you have to call your girlfriend, your wife, or your boyfriend, or your husband, because you always there in their mind, okay, no matter what. So it's just like for those men and women, okay, be patient about that, because you know you don't sometimes, you expected, the time that you've been. Don't feel bad about that. But if he or she's truly love, she will call, or she will communicate with you. That's one thing that I can truly proven and tested, because that's what Frank did. No matter what, if it's this is, before we get married. Even though that, he's hanging out with his fellas, and by the time that, he has to tell, his fellas that, oh, I have to go home, because, my girl waiting. Okay, but, I'm not really expected on time for that. But, I know that he will call, because, I know that, I always in his mind. and I know that he loves me. He loves me. There's a difference in loving someone and being in love with someone. All right. Okay, so that's one thing that I really appreciate, all the things that Frank done to me. So guys, thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining with me on the live chat. And so 4 days and 3 nights ago, before before February 14th. So I hope that, okay, from Foods, I noticed that difference to Frank. It's almost like one is inherit inherently along a strong connection, and the other is just like emotion that can comes and go anytime. Well, what can you expect with the woman? Women are very, very into the feelings things. Unlike men is very, very logical. So there's a lot of, there's a lot of tampo when it comes to women. There's a lot of drama. So I have a closing remarks, guys, for everyone. So I would really appreciate for those who come to my live streaming. Thank you so much, guys. And okay, there are people that I love, but I can't stand to live with them. I have to love and like a person to live with them. Okay, so thank you so much, Frank, for coming. Sorry. Thank you so much for your comment. I'm lost. Okay, so uh yeah, hasta mañana. So thank you so much, guys, for coming. So I have a closing remark. So I really appreciate. So I hope that you share my video to others, and don't forget, guys, to give me a thumbs up for that. So my closing remarks: always remember one thing on the road to success. There is always we do not think that you alone can achieve things. No, there is always another person who is standing behind you, maybe not coming on the forefront, but behind you, praying for you and supporting you. Never lost that person. Never. Okay. So thank you so much, guys, for coming on my live streaming. On For those people on the live chat, thank you so much, guys. And I really appreciate, your time, and your idea, opinion, commento. Your commento is me, your comment, okay? And thank you so much, and I really appreciate. So happy Sunday to everyone here in the Philippines, and happy Saturday and West. So thank you so much, guys, and have a good day to everyone. and have a good night to everyone in the West. So, bye.